Good evening. I wanted to make sure I brought you a little message for tonight about the multiplication strategy that we started today. We are starting into multiplication. We're mostly going to learn strategies in class. I'm not going to teach your child multiplication necessarily. I'm going to teach them strategies on how to solve multiplication problems so that if they get stuck when they're not timed or anything like that, they'll be able to answer their questions and move forward. Yes, they need to fluently be able to multiply by the end of third grade, so that's what we're working on with the time test at the beginning and end of each 9 weeks. But these are just strategies that you can use to solve multiplication as you come across it in different aspects of doing math. So the multiplication strategy that we learned today was equal groups, and we talked about that equal groups, every group has the same amount in it. And so if we had Jason who has 6 friends, and he wants to give each friend 2 cookies, we need to know how many cookies he needs in all. Now, this is a very visual strategy, okay? So when we're doing this, we're going to take some steps in order to find the answer, and we're going to do it by drawing some pictures here. So step 1 is determining how many groups we have, okay? So step 1 is determining groups. Okay, and so we're looking at, would cookies be our group or would friends be our group? Well, the place that it's going to collect at will be with the friends. So the friends will be our group, and so there'll be 6 of those. So we're going to draw for those 6. Each person is a group at that point, okay? So they should have 6 groups drawn. And then step 2 in doing this would be determining the number in each group. So again, I draw my groups out. This is just like in their math notebook today. So that's kind of why I'm doing it this way, so you can see how we did it in class. So what Jason is going to give them is 2 cookies each. So that would be in each group. So that would be what we're putting in the groups of 6, the 6 groups. So we're going to put 2 dots in each person's circle. That way we can make those represent the cookies, okay? And so step 3 is skip counting. To find a total. Okay? And so with their groups, and 2 in each group, what I showed the students to do today was to simply skip count. So we start with nothing, and in our first group we have 2. And then we take 2 and we add 2 more to it and we get 4. Whoops, sorry, I wasn't showing you. Okay, we start with nothing. We add 2 to that and we get 2. We add 2 to that and we get 4. We add 2 to that and we get 6. We add 2 to that and we get 8. We add 2 to that, we get 10. And when we add 2 to that, we get 12. And this will be how many cookies we have in all. The final number from our groups, okay, would be our cookies in all. And so we practiced this with several different problems today during class. We also practiced knowing what the groups were, and knowing that I'm sorry, that's wrong. We practiced knowing how many we had, okay, and figuring out how many groups of that we could make. So if we had groups of 5, we could turn these, by making sure there were 5 in each one, into 3 groups of 5. So they would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each group, and then when they figured that they figured out how many 5s they could make, they would see that they had 3 groups. We could also skip count this by 5 plus 5 more is 10, plus 5 more is 15, which would give us a total amount of 15 at this point. Your homework should follow the lines of both of those things. Again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to email me. I'll be glad to answer your questions. That's what I'm here for. If your child gets stuck on any particular problem, go ahead and shoot that to me in an email and let me know what number it was, and I'll make sure that we cover that tomorrow. This particular set of steps should be in your child's notebook. This was what we went over today in class, and then we tried the other side of that strategy where you figure out how many groups while we were working through some of the problems, because I knew that would show up on homework tonight. I hope this is helpful, and I hope that you continue to follow the blog and get helpful hints where you need them. And again, if you have questions, feel free to email me. Thanks.